Introduction. Before he became the fearsome Thanos, Josh Brolin endured a wild childhood that would lay the foundation for his complex persona. What experiences shaped the man behind one of cinema's greatest villains? Imagine growing up surrounded by wolves, yes, real wolves. And waking up with bite marks, not just scratches, on his skin. Picture his father ready to take drastic action, while his mother fiercely defended these wild creatures, causing a constant tension in their home. It was a unique upbringing, chaotic and unpredictable, where safety felt merely like a fairy tale. Josh's mother, a passionate wildlife activist, was as unpredictable as the animals she cared for. Everybody feared her, even the creatures in her sanctuary. It was a world where Josh grappled for both his identity and his mother's attention. In this swirling storm of chaos, Josh often felt invisible, trapped in someone else's shadow, completely craving any sort of validation. As he grew older, he sought escapism through alcohol in an attempt to create a persona, an escape from a tumultuous childhood filled with confusion. At just 8 years old, he was driving his mother from bar to bar, trying desperately to keep her safe, but navigating a world meant for adults. This life, while chaotic, forged a unique bond between mother and son, one where he seemed to echo her wild spirit while wrestling with his inner turmoil. It was all part of what ultimately would prepare him for everything that would come next. How did he transform the chaos into something impactful? Life with wolves. Josh Brolin's childhood wasn't your typical upbringing. Living with wolves was par for the course. Each day began with the wild, unpredictable sounds of his household. These creatures were more than pets, they were part of his family. He has shared that waking up with bite marks on his skin was a common occurrence, which sounds alarming, but in his world, it was a reality. The chaos surrounding these wolves created an environment rife with tension. With his father ready to defend the family at any moment, always prepared to take down a threat, and his mother, a fiercely protective wildlife activist, staunchly defending the very creatures others feared, Josh was caught in a whirlwind of emotions. Imagine a mother who feared nothing, who fearlessly walked into an animal's cage, commanding respect while everyone else cowered. In such an atmosphere, Josh learned safety was a mere illusion. Time spent at home featured countless adventures, but they came with a price. Growing up, he often felt invisible, as if, amidst the howls and growls, his own voice was lost. As his father's absence became more pronounced, Josh was left alone to navigate his tumultuous relationship with his mother, echoing the wild he lived within. This chaotic dynamic did not just shape his childhood, it would resonate throughout his life. The bond forged early on with these animals mirrored the tumultuous relationship with his mother, creating a backdrop of conflict and love that would ultimately define him. Life with wolves wasn't merely a part of his childhood, it became an integral chapter in the story of who Josh would eventually become. Complex family dynamics. Josh Brolin grew up in a home that was anything but ordinary, where the lines between love and chaos blurred in ways unimaginable. His mother, a fierce wildlife activist, was a force to be reckoned with, often exhibiting unpredictable behavior that instilled fear yet admiration in those around her. This unpredictable environment shaped Josh's formative years, leaving him craving his mother's attention while simultaneously trying to navigate the tumultuous waters of family dynamics. Living in a house where animals roamed free, particularly wolves, heightened the conflict between his parents' contrasting views on safety and wildness. His father, protective and often aggressive, wanted to eliminate what he perceived as threats, while his mother held her ground, determined to protect creatures she felt misunderstood, amplifying the tension in the household. As a child, Josh found himself lost in this chaos, feeling invisible amidst the storms of his mother's fierce love and his father's looming presence. The dichotomy of fearing his mother, yet longing for her approval, created layers of complexity within their relationship, leading Josh to internalize concepts of masculinity and vulnerability at a very young age. Seeking to fill the void of attention, he began identifying with his mother's fiery spirit, while simultaneously trying to forge his path. The consequences of this upbringing were profound. It shaped not only his relationships, but also his artistic expression, driving him to explore themes of identity, acceptance, and the masks we wear in trying to be seen. Finding his identity. Growing up in such a volatile house, Josh felt invisible, trapped in someone else's shadow. He craved validation, and turned to alcohol at an early age. For him, it wasn't just a vice but a way to craft a persona, an escape from a childhood marked by confusion and pain. He recalls being just 8 years old, already driving his mother from bar to bar, trying to keep her safe while navigating a world meant for adults. This life of chaos came at a price. It forged an unsettling bond between them, one where he seemed to emulate her wild spirit while internally fighting against it. Alcohol became his refuge, a gateway to a personality he felt comfortable in, providing a momentary sense of control over his tumultuous environment. But behind the facade, he was still that scared boy, looking for affection and acknowledgement, a connection that felt just out of reach. Each drink blurred the lines between confidence and desperation, leaving him grappling with feelings of inadequacy. The question of identity loomed large in his mind. Who was he really, apart from the chaotic world that shaped him? As he continued to navigate these challenges, the struggle for self-acceptance intensified, prompting him to seek moments where he could authentically express himself, free from his mother's shadow. It would take years of ups and downs for Josh to learn that identity isn't just about rebellion, or following in someone else's footsteps. It's about embracing one's truth and finding strength in vulnerability. This quest for identity became a defining theme in his life, ultimately driving him to transform his pain into powerful art that resonates with audiences worldwide. Early experiences and struggles. Growing up in chaotic surroundings shaped Josh Brolin's early experiences, which were filled with wild events, and sometimes bizarre challenges. At a young age, he found himself living in a household that felt more like a zoo than a stable home. With wolves lurking nearby, Josh often woke up to bite marks on his skin, reminders of the unpredictable nature of his childhood. His father was determined to protect the family, while his mother, a wildlife activist, fiercely defended these animals, creating a frenzied atmosphere. Caught in the middle, Josh grappled with conflicting emotions, desperately seeking his mother's attention and approval amidst the turmoil. This search for validation marked his early life, as he often felt invisible in the shadows of his family's wild lifestyle. It was during these formative years that Josh turned to alcohol as a coping mechanism, finding solace in a bottle that temporarily eased his feelings of unworthiness. He started drinking at an alarmingly young age, initially as a way to distance himself from the pressures of his tumultuous environment, and began to embrace an identity that seemed more visible, while also captivating. By the time he became a teenager, he was already accompanying his mother to bars, maneuvering through adult spaces, searching for safety, yet feeling increasingly lost. Josh's journey into adulthood was riddled with emotional scars from his early experiences, showing how childhood chaos could drive one's choices and ultimately shape a person's identity for years to come. This intricate tapestry of his early life highlights how familial relationships, combined with external chaos, forged the complex individual he would eventually become. Turning point in his career. Years of relentless struggle finally bore fruit when Josh landed a role in No Country for Old Men, a film that would mark a significant turning point in his career. This wasn't just any role, it revitalized his presence in Hollywood, and it solidified his place among A-list actors. The film, directed by the Coen brothers, was not only a critical success but also a box office hit, showcasing Josh's ability to embody complex characters with depth and nuance. After facing years of rejection, this opportunity was a breath of fresh air for him. The role allowed Josh to shed the shadows of his past and emerge as a formidable talent in an industry that often overlooks raw potential. He recalls the audition process with a mix of nostalgia and anxiety, as he fought against the overwhelming notion that he was still the invisible kid he once felt like. His performance caught the attention of not just audiences, but industry veterans who recognized his immense range. In a pivotal moment during production, Josh impressed the filmmakers so much that they knew they found the right fit. This role did not simply brighten his career, it became the catalyst for a series of impressive projects and collaborations. Following No Country for Old Men, Josh showcased his versatility in various roles, embracing both comedic and dramatic characters, proving that he was a force to be reckoned with. This transformation from struggling actor to celebrated star is a testament to resilience, and highlights the unpredictable journey of an artist finding their voice and place in the world. Reflection and regret. In the midst of newfound fame, Josh faced harrowing personal hurdles. The tragic death of his mother became a defining moment, one that reverberated through his life. Her unpredictability had always loomed large over his existence, and her absence sent him spiraling downwards, into a whirlwind of grief and confusion. In therapy, he was forced to confront emotions he had long suppressed, memories that haunted him, and the weight of expectations that accompanied his family's legacy. It was a painful process, but one that ultimately led to self-discovery. Josh realized that despite the chaos of his childhood, he had an opportunity to redefine who he was. Alcohol, once a crutch, became a catalyst for change. No longer content to live in the shadows, he sought to be a better man, a better father. Learning to break free from the cycle that had defined his childhood was not easy. It required facing uncomfortable truths and acknowledging the scars left behind. However, through this journey, he discovered a deeper connection with his own children, striving to show them love and stability. What haunted him became a source of strength, propelling him towards redemption and inspiring resilience in others. As he looked back on his life, he saw not just the struggles but also the triumphs, the lessons learned, and the unshakable bond with his late mother. In honoring her memory, he vowed to break the cycle, to be someone his kids could rely on, no longer bound by the regret of his past. Finding peace within himself, he hoped to demonstrate that it was possible to transform pain into purpose, that reflection, while often painful, could lead to profound growth and understanding. Lessons from pain. Josh Brolin's journey is a testament to the fact that pain can be our greatest teacher. Through the chaos of his childhood, he learned resilience, finding strength in vulnerability. Despite growing up in an unpredictable environment, where love often coexisted with fear, he transformed that tumult into art and authenticity. When Josh faced the tragic loss of his mother, it propelled him into a spiral, yet it also sparked a profound reflection, urging him to confront the demons of his past. This confrontation wasn't easy. Through therapy, he unearthed the deep-seated fears and expectations that had shaped his life. He began to understand the weight of living up to the image of his mother's fierce spirit, and how it molded his identity. The turning point came when he recognized that vulnerability could be power. He learned to embrace his imperfections, and what it meant to connect deeply with others. As a father, he now strives to model this authenticity for his children, teaching them that it's okay to feel, to seek help, and to acknowledge their pain. Josh's redemption story illustrates that we can break free from our past and redefine ourselves, using our experiences as fuel for growth. The lessons he gleaned from pain became guiding principles, reminding him, and us, that life's challenges often pave the way for triumphs, and in the midst of struggle, we find our true selves. Conclusion: Journey to self-discovery. Josh Brolin's journey is a testament to the power of resilience and transformation. Growing up in a chaotic environment shaped by his unpredictable mother, he found himself grappling with feelings of invisibility and the need for validation. The path he traveled is not just one of overcoming challenges, but of embracing his true self. Through years of struggle, including addiction and personal loss, Josh learned that true strength lies in vulnerability and self-acceptance. Each obstacle he faced, from his tumultuous childhood to the tragic death of his mother, served as a stepping stone towards self-discovery. Rather than allowing his past to define him, he chose to confront it head-on, thereby rewriting his narrative. This transformation was not instantaneous. It involved profound self-reflection and the courage to seek help. As he navigated the complexities of his career and personal life, Brolin discovered the importance of relationships and the impact they have on our sense of self. Becoming a father allowed him to shift his focus and prioritize creating a nurturing environment for his children. Now, he strives to instill in them the value of honesty and reliability. Brolin's story resonates with many, as it highlights the idea that our past does not dictate our future. His evolution into a celebrated actor and a dedicated family man serves as a powerful reminder that through perseverance and self-examination, we can transform our pain into purpose. Ultimately, it's about owning our story and finding the strength to rise above, embracing who we truly are. Conclusion: Josh Brolin's journey from a chaotic childhood to becoming a Hollywood stalwart serves as a powerful reminder of resilience, perseverance, and transformation. Growing up alongside wolves, under the guidance of a fiercely protective mother and a seemingly absent father, sculpted his complex persona. This background was not merely a backdrop but a catalyst for the complex characters he would later embody on screen. His struggles with invisibility, addiction, and longing for acceptance forged his fierce determination. Each setback seemed to guide him closer to his purpose. The tragic loss of his mother, while devastating, forced him to reflect on his life choices, and motivated him to confront his past with a newfound tenacity. Through therapy and self-discovery, he redefined himself, shaping his identity not as a byproduct of his upbringing, but as a powerful individual capable of change. Moreover, as he transitioned into fatherhood, he endeavored to break away from the cyclical nature of his past and foster an environment of trust and reliance for his own children. Josh's story stands as a testament to the idea that our experiences, no matter how turbulent, can be the very foundation upon which we build our identities, careers, and futures. By channeling his pain into art, he not only resonates with audiences but also inspires those grappling with their own struggles. Ultimately, his life reminds us that it's possible to emerge from darkness and reclaim our narratives, to rise above challenges, and to become the heroes of our own stories.